Once, while driving my truck, I lost consciousness in the middle of the road because of my son. Sometimes the strangest and most dangerous situations happen where you least expect them. That day, I had one of my most important flights, cargo that could not be damaged or delayed. I was more focused than ever because I knew that mistakes would lead to big problems. The route went through Seattle, with its noisy streets and long traffic jams. To distract myself a little from the monotonous noise of the engine and the road, I put on my headphones and turned on some music. I am a big fan of classical music. Tchaikovsky, Bach, Mozart. These pieces always help me concentrate and stay calm. When you listen to classical music, it's like you're in a separate world. That was the case that day. An hour of travel flew by unnoticed. And then, when I had already entered the rhythm of the road and was completely immersed in the music, someone suddenly touched my shoulder. I jerked and turned my head. In front of me stood my son, in a Batman costume. His mask with ears, a small cape, and a serious look at that moment looked like something out of a dream. But it was not a dream. The shock was so strong that I lost consciousness right behind the wheel. Just for a few seconds, but on the highway, even 5 seconds is enough for a catastrophe. When I came to, I saw that the truck was swaying slightly. My hands worked automatically. I grabbed the steering wheel, straightened the truck, and miraculously kept the car on the lane. Luckily, there were no cars or people nearby at that moment. When my breathing had more or less returned, I tried to understand. How did he even get here? After all, I left him at home. It turned out that a couple of hours before my departure, he had quietly climbed into the small refrigerator that stands in the cabin. It is about half a meter high. I usually store food and drinks there for the road. My son turned it into a secret hideout, deciding to go with me. And of course, he chose the most inopportune moment to appear, 2 hours into the journey. I said goodbye to him at home, not even suspecting that he had cleverly hidden himself. Imagine, you are driving, listening to music, thinking about the load, and suddenly Batman crawls out of the refrigerator and grabs you by the shoulder. After my heart returned to its place, I stopped and asked him, "What are you even doing here?" He answered seriously, "I wanted to be your assistant. The real Batman is always there." I even started laughing, but at the same time, I was scared by the thought of how all this could end. After arriving home, I couldn't come to my senses for a long time. I realized how easy it was for something irreparable to happen. I almost lost control because of a childish prank. And since then, I have a new rule. Before each flight, check the cabin. Look even in the most unexpected places. Children are resourceful. They think it's funny to hide in the trunk or refrigerator to surprise their parents. But the road does not forgive such surprises. Now, I always tell my driver friends, after getting together at home and saying goodbye, be sure to check the truck. It's better to spend an extra 2 minutes than to risk your life, your child's life, and everyone else's on the road.